Video. Today we're doing one WNBA and one MLB player prop here on PrizePicks for Tuesday, August 22nd. Before we get started, link is in the description below. You can sign up for our premium Discord here. It's a Wnba.com link, $9.30 per month. Post all my plays I'm making here on PrizePicks, as well as we have some other premium cappers in there that post all of their plays. Go ahead and check out the link in the description below. Again, I'm not a gambling expert. This is not financial advice. It's simply just plays I'm personally looking at making. Hopefully giving you guys some insight and analysis to then make your own player prop decisions here. Again, let me know in the comments below at the end of the video how you guys feel about these two plays here. Again, these are just plays I'm personally looking at making. No one is pressing submit on those parlays other than yourself. But let's get right into it, you guys. One WNBA, one MLB. We have a massive MLB and massive WNBA slate today. It's not wasting time. Let's get right into it. So the first play is going to be a WNBA first half prop, and we'll go with Cheyenne Parker over 12.5 PRA in the first half. She's been playing extremely well as of late, and we take a look really quickly over her last five. She's hit this in 4 of her last 5 games. She just played Las Vegas, in Vegas, I believe, and had 16 PRA in the first half versus them. 14, 16, 16, and 15 PRA in 4 of her last 5 games. Taking a look at this matchup here, there are some injury concerns for Atlanta, which is why I like this play even more. Allisha Gray, currently, I believe, she is unlikely to play Tuesday, right, which just puts more usage into Cheyenne Parker's hands. And then Ryan Howard is currently projected to be questionable as well. So, I mean, if Ryan Howard and Allisha Gray both miss, Nia Coffey's already out, it should be just massive usage for Cheyenne Parker. And obviously, there is extreme blowout risk here with Las Vegas coming off some not so good games, so I expect Las Vegas to come out and play really hard in this one. But Cheyenne Parker should be able to get a ton of usage in that first half, and 12.5 PRA just seems a little bit too low for her, for someone who's had extreme success against the Las Vegas Aces. And we know, if you've been watching the channel for a while, we know that the Aces can't really defend bigs as well as they defend guards, so they kind of let bigs feast. But taking a look at Cheyenne Parker, right, we take a look at some of her best games this season have come against, well, not some of her best, but she's played well against Las Vegas this season. Also, do want to mention it is her birthday today. You can see here, August 22nd. So it is her birthday. Hopefully that plays somewhat of a role here in her playing well tonight. It being her birthday, I think maybe should help her, give her extra motivation. Obviously, players throughout sports usually, again, I'm not a professional athlete, but they usually like to play and have great games specifically on their birthday. But Cheyenne Parker, right, we take a look this season in the first half versus the Las Vegas Aces. This is her 4th time playing Vegas. Her first half averages versus Vegas this season, she's averaging 21.3 fantasy points, 10.7 points, 5.3 rebounds, so we're looking at 16 PRA. 18.3 PRA is what she's averaging this season in the first half versus Las Vegas. 18.3, right? No Las Vegas. This is Las Vegas versus centers in the first half. Most points per game to centers, most assists to centers, as well as the most rebounds to centers in the first half. If we break this down to full game as well, they still are easily the most. I mean, I did first half because of the blowout risk here, but 11.8 rebounds per game to centers. You can see here, most assists to centers, and then without question as well, the most points per game to centers. We know bigs across the board all season long have kind of been doing this to Las Vegas. We take a look at some other bigs versus Las Vegas in the first half. Cheyenne Parker averaging the 3rd most fantasy points. I mean, she's played 3 games, but I mean, Setu Sabali is averaging 20.5. Shanae Ogwumike had 20 fantasy points. Alyssa Thomas, 19.7. Nafisa, Aaliyah Boston, all 17, 19. And you can see just the PRA definitely translates. Aaliyah Boston, a rookie, in 13.2 minutes this season in 3 games versus Las Vegas. 8.7 points, 4.3 rebounds, 1 assist. Very well over the 12.5 PRA at what Cheyenne Parker's line is currently at. And then also, I mean, Cheyenne has been playing well as of late, right? We're talking about her last 5 games this season in the first half. She's averaging 8.6 points, 3.6 rebounds, 1.8 assists. She's averaging 18 fantasy points in the first half in 15.5 minutes here. But that's what, I mean, look at the next 3 players, right, as far as usage goes. Nia Coffey, Allisha Gray, and Ryan Howard. All of these 3 players could potentially be out tonight. All 3 of these people. So if you translate it to like an NBA game, you know, like in NBA, I'm just trying to think of a team. Like if Curry is out and Wiggins is out, you know Clay is going to get usage through the roof. Just similar type of, I'm not comparing the Atlanta Dream to the Golden State Warriors, but I mean, we're talking about three of their next three highest usage players are all potentially could be out. I mean, kind of to a degree, I hope Ryan Howard does play in this game just to keep it a little bit more competitive in the first half. But in general, I think it's a great matchup. I think if all players were playing, I'd still love this play. I mean, with potentially Nia Coffey, Alicia Gray, and Ryan Howard out, it's just, I think this line is too low. I honestly think this line should be at 13.5 right now with the chance of bumping to 14, just with how she's been playing in the matchup that she has tonight versus Las Vegas. I'm taking the over on Cheyenne Parker first half PRA. That's the first play. The second play is going to be one that I was looking at the board all morning, honestly, and I do like that Tayon Walker is the taco. I thought he was easily the best taco here, and I've been thinking about this play kind of all morning since the board dropped. Even last night, I knew this play was going to be back on the board, and this is a play we took yesterday and it missed for us, and I got to go back to it here. Again, don't have to take this play if you don't like it, but Devers plus Altuve, 3.5 hits, runs, plus RBIs. Just take this in. So last night, and if you're in the Discord, you know we were talking about this, just how crazy the sell job was by these two guys. They got 11 at-bats between the two of them. 11 at-bats, and they couldn't clear this line. They finished with 3 hits, runs, plus RBIs. Jose Altuve, right? So yesterday, the YouTube videos, we were going for an 8-0 run. And Altuve, I mean, Tuki Toussaint clears easily in the first inning, and then Altuve gets a hit and scores a run in his first at-bat, right? So we're already at 2 hits, runs, plus RBI. So I'm thinking, all right, easily between the two of them, they got another 8 at-bats total, and this should clear easily. Devers gets a hit in the 6th inning, and that's it. Altuve goes 1 for 6. Altuve had 6 at-bats, goes 1 for 6. Pretty crazy, right? Devers, I think, went 1 for 5. He had a strikeout. He had some pretty horrible at-bats here. But I'm going to go back to it. I just think we get some positive regression from both these guys here. I mean, 11 at-bats, not saying they're going to get 11, but I think both of them get it 10 at-bats. I mean, Devers hits second in the lineup. Altuve hits first. And they've both previously had success against the pitchers tonight. So, like, Altuve going against Tanner Hoop, who hasn't pitched. He hasn't pitched in like a month and a half. And Altuve has 3 at-bats. He's got a home run. He's 1 for 3 with a home run against him, right? So we know Altuve. And then Devers is facing Verlander, which is why I think this line is even still at 3.5. But, I mean, Devers in 11 plate appearances he's batting 222, right? But he's got 2 home runs. Like, he's got 2 home runs against Verlander. So it's not like Verlander's completely shut him out. And both these guys, we take a look at the odds. Altuve's at minus 140 to go over 1.5 hits, runs, plus RBIs. And Devers is at minus 135 and minus 140. So pretty much both at minus 140 here to go over this line. And it goes to show you, because yesterday both these guys were around minus 150 to go over these lines. But we take a look at Altuve's last 10, right? The numerous times he's gone over this line. Look at all the green. This is not an outlier, by the way, you guys. 7-day free trial at the top of the description of this video. Sign up for Outlier. Get, in my opinion, the best research tool. But Altuve, over 1.5 hits, runs, plus RBIs in 7 of 10. You can see he's actually cleared 3.5 by himself twice in his last 10 games. And, I mean, even his last 5 games here, 4 or 5. Had two last night, right? We needed Devers to do his job. I blame Altuve. He did go 1 for 6, but Devers needed to do his job as well. And we take a look at Devers. I mean, over his last 5, he had been raking. Like, he had cleared this line by himself in his last 4 games. Did not have a great game yesterday at Houston. I'm expecting a bounce-back game from him if he gets 5 at-bats. I mean, it just 10 at-bats between the two of these guys. 2 of these guys are 2 of the hottest hitters in baseball. We talked about this yesterday. I'm going to talk about it again. I mean, Altuve versus righties this season, he's batting 344 against righties. We get a matchup versus a pitcher who hasn't pitched in over a month. 344 he's batting against righties. We take a look at this over Altuve's last 15 days, right? 444 average over his last 15 games. 54 plate appearances, or 54 at-bats, he's batting 444. We look at the same for Devers. Last 15 days, right? Devers, last 15 days, 49 at-bats, he's batting 327. Over his last 7 days, he's batting 393. 2 of the hottest hitters in baseball. I think we get some positive regression. If they get 10 at-bats tonight, this line, it just has to cash for me. Like, I don't see, it's just the best value on the board to me, right? We're talking about, if you combine like 2 safe plays as far as just players, you know, when they're at bat, you're expecting a positive outcome. I mean, this Ellie De La Cruz and Ohtani is interesting at 3. I just don't trust Ellie De La Cruz, honestly. And at 3.5 for Devers and Altuve, I just think it's just a play, right? You trust Altuve and Devers more than you trust Lane Thomas. You trust Altuve and Devers more than you trust Vladdy Guerrero. So, and at 3.5, I mean, Acuna and Lindor are at 5, Seager and Carroll are at 4, Freeman and Ramirez are at 4, Reynolds and Goldschmidt are at 4. So, you don't have to take this play, guys, but I'm going right back to it here for this video. Devers plus Altuve over 3.5 HRR. So here are the 2 plays for this YouTube video. Cheyenne Parker at home, 12.5 first half PRA over. Devers, Altuve, 3.5 HRR combo over. Let me know in the comments below how you guys feel about these 2 plays. Check out all the links in the description below. Drop a like on this video, hit that subscribe button, and as always, let's cash.